Bob Dylan said the times they are a-changin', and they did on Election Day, as voters in Colorado and Washington said yes to legalizing marijuana, making an ounce of weed almost as easy to buy as a bottle of beer.
An enormously joyous moment for people that have spent years and years working on what many people thought was an impossible goal.
Criminal attorney Keith Stropp should know. He founded the marijuana legalization group NORML in 1970. The organization's legal counsel is celebrating the election outcome, but
they are limited only to the states of Colorado and Washington. I think there may be some confusion, and there will be a period where people who smoke marijuana need to learn the details of the law so they understand what is legal and what is not.
For example, Washington's neighbor Oregon soundly defeated similar legislation.
If you're in the state of Washington and you have an ounce or less of marijuana, but you drive across the border into Oregon, you must understand that that is still an infraction in Oregon.
Stropp says that kind of wild variation is playing out across the country, making it essential that smokers know both their constitutional rights against illegal search and seizure and an attorney to defend them if necessary. If you're pulled over and law enforcement doesn't spot contraband, observe suspicious behavior, or smell marijuana, you can refuse to allow them to search your car. When stopped on the street, Stropp says officers need probable cause to conduct a body search as well.
Any suspicious behavior that indicates the likelihood that you're committing a crime or about to commit a crime, or that the officer is in personal danger, generally gives them the right to pat you down and to order you to empty your pockets.
Your home really is your castle. If police show up, you don't have to let them in, unless they produce a search warrant. However, if you're having a party, be careful. If a police officer comes to your door and sees drug paraphernalia through the window or in your backyard, or if an unsuspecting guest opens the door and drug materials are in plain sight, you could have a big problem. Everyone at the party is now subject to search and seizure.
Once they see the paraphernalia, if it's clearly paraphernalia, that's a crime being committed in their presence, and they don't need a search warrant then to search.
While the voters in 2 states have spoken, the war over weed continues. In the eyes of our federal government, smoking, growing, selling marijuana is still a crime. Stropp says your best bet, know your legal rights. In Washington, D.C., I'm Kate Stafford for the Lawyers.com channel.